This week, the girls are live from Silmar when RDR Live returns for another year of comedy. On the runway, the category was Animal Attraction. In the end, Juicy Love Dion was named the winner of the challenge, while Mandy Mango and Briar Blush were placed in the bottom two, forcing them to face off in a lip-sync battle for their lives. In the end, Briar lived to see another day, while Mandy Mango was asked to sashay away. It's Joe Batanz, it's Lauri Roggenkamp, it's RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 3, right here on The Big Takeaway. Welcome to The Big Takeaway for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 3, titled RDR Live Returns. My name's Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, we're very honored by an actual Sunday Company groundling. From Bloody Podcast, she's the goddess of glitz, glamour, goth, gossip, and gore herself. She's the one, the only. Please give it up for Miss Laurian K. Roggenkamp. Hello, Laurian.
Who's the Sunday Company groundling that you have on?
You.
No, I'm not.
Oh, did you get into main company?
No, I'm not on Sunday Company. I was never on Sunday Company. They said, no, thank you.
Well, look, some of the funniest people I know, they've said no thank you to.
Yeah, and look how rich they are now, so.
Who, the Sunday Company people or the people we know?
The people said no thank you to.
Oh, I know. That's true. But look how rich are the people who are in Sunday Company?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a teacher now, so
yeah.
That's how much the groundlings helped me. I've essentially gone another way.
You said right before we went on, you said you didn't have a lot to say, which is so funny because usually in these episodes, you have a lot to say on because, you know, for those of you who are new, we get a lot of new listeners every season. Laurian K. Roggenkamp, that name in the LA comedy sketch and improv world in Los Angeles is like on the Mount Rushmore.
No, it's not.
Of comedy and icon. It's her, Sean Conroy.
Sean Conroy's definitely up there. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Conroy. Okay, Lauri, you're not allowed to elaborate. Okay, I'm asking you a series of questions. Just say yes or no.
No.
Just say yes or no.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
Have you performed on the UCB stage?
Yes, but in a class.
Have you performed on the UCB stage with Robin Williams?
Yeah, but it was a late night show.
So anyway,
where he asked to join.
Moving on.
One time.
What does that tell you? Robin Williams asked to perform with you.
He was going to go on with any team. It didn't matter who. He just wanted to perform. Also, I mean, some people say that may have led to what happened. It was years in the making. But
isn't Robin Williams like safe and alive and everything?
No. Oh,
what
Joe.
happened?
Oh, Joe, really? You don't know?
No, what happened?
I don't want to.
I was hoping we'd see him in like the Genie or something like that.
No, they're not coming out with the Genie 4.
No?
No, buddy. No.
Oh, that's really sad to hear. Does he have another job? Is he a teacher now? Did he get into Sunday Company?
Yeah, in the sky.
Do you think Robin Williams would have made it into Sunday Company? Take out the thing that he's famous or anything like that.
I don't think he would have. Robin Williams is always his own thing, you know.
Yeah.
And Sunday Company, you know, better or worse, they're character driven. You have to You have to essentially, create your own character. I mean, to be honest with you, the thing that I'm more shocked about is certain people who were on Sunday Company, like Kathy Griffin. How Kathy Griffin
was in it or was not in it?
She was in it.
I know.
No, but what I'm saying is Kathy Griffin is just totally herself. I've never seen her when she was on what was it, Suddenly Susan?
Yeah. And
she was, you know, the little stuff she would do here and there. She was never a different character, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know.
By the way, no one knows what we're talking about. There is a very
nobody knows and nobody cares.
Prestigious sketch comedy group called The Groundlings. I don't know if it still is, but for a long time it was a major farming ground for SNL. And some of the most famous people on SNL came out of the Groundlings.
Now it's mostly commercial actors.
And like stand-up, like viral stand-up people and stuff like that.
But, no, I mean, it's a farming ground for commercial actors.
I see what you're saying. Groundlings.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, I really liked all my classes and stuff. And that's used to where they farmed all the Saturday Night Live people like Sherry O'Terry, Will Ferrell,
Kristen
Wiig.
And even though she didn't make it, she probably would have. Melissa McCarthy.
No, Melissa
McCarthy. She auditioned for SNL.
Was on Sunday.
No, she didn't get on SNL though.
Oh, I thought you meant she was on Sunday Come. Yeah, no, she didn't. She wasn't on. She's been in Saturday Night Live though. I would say she's probably one of the best hosts of Saturday Night Live.
Well, yeah, because she's it's probably insane that she didn't make it onto SNL.
I mean, I don't know. Did she ever audition? I'm
sure she did.
Did you know Jennifer Aniston once auditioned to be on? I think Jennifer Aniston claims. I don't know if this. I think they claim that they offered her or position on Saturday. Like she auditioned and then she was, or maybe I'm misrepresenting it. Maybe they offered her the chance to audition and she just said no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, Lauri and K-Rock and Kemp, before we get into this, we're going to take a break. But before we even get into the break, I want to take a quick break to explain, how this whole thing works. So the big takeaway for anyone who doesn't know is our first response show. And this is where you're going to get immediate reactions, gut takes. And by gut takes, I mean Lauri talking about vomiting.
Yeah.
And it's also where we land right after the episode.
And
Lauri and I just watched the episode.
Vomiting and tooting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the episode just aired and we're recording this.
Yeah.
Because these are our quick thoughts. These are our gut reactions to what we just saw.
Joe texted like, how early can you do this show? And I was like, well, I just finished the episode. So
yeah. We still didn't even know who the winner was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when are we doing this? But the full Drag Race recap show where we analyze it to death, piece by piece, line by line, thought by thought, that runs exclusively on Patreon and Apple Podcasts for the entire season. That full recap will not be on the public feed, I think I've made that clear, until the season is over. If you want those full ad-free recap episodes every week, that's on Patreon or through Apple Podcasts subscriptions. But on Patreon right now, and this is a January only thing, we're running 40% off your first month on the premium and executive tiers. Yep. All you got to use is the offer code 16C85. By the way, I forgot to make it easier for people to find the show.
They make it flow off the tongue. All you have to do is do 16C85.
Hey, you remembered it. I changed the name of our Patreon page to Drag Race Recap. So if you look for Afterthought Media, you may not find it. So put in Drag Race Recap.
I think it's good.
That's actually right now the name of it.
Keep them guessing,
Yeah, it's really good branding on my part.
Yeah, make them find it.
There's actually a very complicated reason why I did that, and I probably shouldn't have done it, but I'll explain.
Let's break it down.
Yeah, no, it's boring. By the way, paid members get the full recap shows with no commercials, plus access to a whole library of Afterthought Media shows. And at the executive tier, you'll also get Just Between Us Girls, which is our more casual chat show that we record before we record Drag Race Recap. If you're not ready to pay yet, you can still sign up as a free member on Patreon. Free members get the full recap shows 1 week later, which is a great way to sample everything. And if Patreon isn't your thing, you can subscribe directly through Apple Podcasts for just over $5 a month. Same shows, same thing as Patreon, and no ads. However you do it, Patreon or Apple Podcasts is how you get the full Drag Race breakdowns and support the shows. With that, Lauri, we'll be back right after this, and that's where we're going to talk about everything having to do with this episode. We'll be back right after this.
Sorry, I don't know what happened, but my tooth right here has like a jagged part to it, and it keeps scraping up against the side of my mouth. And so I just put in my mouth guard just to essentially cover it so it wouldn't keep scraping my mouth. So.
And we're back?
Oh, you're gonna keep that in? I thought
All right, Lauri, and were the right two queens in the top? Did the right queen win the challenge? Were the right two queens in the bottom? And did the right queen get the chop? Let's take this piece by piece. Were the right two queens in the top? Who were the right two queens? In the top, it was Darlene. Oh, no, it's two queens in the top. So then it was Jane Don't, and it was Juicy Love Dion in the top.
Yeah.
Were the right two queens in the top?
No. I guess I don't quite understand why Juicy Love Dion won for just doing an okay job. Like, she didn't suck, so she won? Like, that was weird. Like, Darlene...
Okay, let's stop right there. Let's analyze this. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just going to push back, though. What standard are you judging her by?
Funny.
Okay. Because I thought everybody in this cast, with the exception of a few people, were horrible.
Oh, no, nobody was great. I mean, I legitimately was like, oh, wow, this makes Saturday Night Live look great.
I know. It was really sad.
So honestly, the only other person besides, Jane should have won. That's plain. Mm-hmm. She should have won. The only other person I could see that was close was Darlene Mitchell. I thought she did a good job. That's the only other person I felt like who even scratched the surface, but I don't even think Darlene was on Jane's level. Like, I don't even think it was that great to begin with, but Juicy Love Dion, she just didn't suck. Like, it was like they set the bar so low that the fact that she did a plausible accent and said her lines.
Okay, so I guess we're answering two questions here. Okay. You don't think the right queen won the challenge?
No, not at all.
You think it should have been Jane Don't?
Yes.
And you don't think the right two queens at the bottom? You think it should have been Jane Don't and Darlene Mitchell?
The bottom?
I'm sorry, the top.
Yeah, I think it should have been Jane Don't and Darlene Mitchell.
Okay. I disagree with you. I thought actually Darlene Mitchell was terrible. I thought she was terrible.
In the role that she did, the skit itself wasn't good, but in her role, she did a good job.
I was actually, now look, I want to preface this with everybody was terrible. Okay?
I don't think Jane Don't was terrible.
She wasn't, but everybody else was.
But also, look, was everybody
No.
Everybody terrible? And what was so shocking is people that you thought wouldn't be nervous were nervous. Yeah. Like Kenya Pleaser was nervous. Yeah. Like, I was like, why? And then, but honestly, the sketches were just not good. That was the main thing.
No. And we'll cover this at least I will in my big takeaway. But here in this part right now, I will say that nobody was good. Okay?
Except for Jane Don't. I disagree with
Except for Jane Don't. I will give it. Jane Don't was good. All right? Or decent. Okay? But there were some people who are like, okay, they're kind of safe. Right?
Yeah.
I think Mikey Meeks is safe. Athena Love Dion.
I thought Mikey Meeks was terrible. I don't think she should have been in the bottom, but I think she should have sweated for it.
I'm comparing them to the rest of the cast.
Oh, okay.
I'm not comparing them against other. Yeah.
Got it.
In this cast, she was safe. Athena was safe. Kenya was safe. There were some safe people.
Yeah.
Then the rest of them were just literally awful, even compared to each other. I thought everybody in the butter churning sketch was terrible. Okay, everybody, including Darlene Mitchell.
Oh, see, I didn't think Darlene Mitchell was that bad. In that sketch, I thought that she was bringing the attitude. She was playing her character. She was, churning her ever loving heart out.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a good sketch.
That's true. The jokes. Do they? I have a question. Are they writing their own material?
No, when they were reading the sketches. So the sketches were already written when they picked their characters. So
there were writers who wrote the QNN news bits, the news stories?
There were people who literally sat down and, Joe, honestly, and I'm not saying this hyperbolically. I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own ass. I was told no thank you by Groundlings, right?
Yeah.
I was told no thank you by UCB. I was told no thank you by so many other people. I get that I'm
iOS.
Yeah. I'm W level at best. Like, I'm not even D level. So I think that...
How did you get to be an icon then? What happened?
I fell upwards, and I'm white.
Yeah.
So those were two big ones. But no, I think, honestly, we could write funnier sketches.
Well, no, the very first RDR Live, I don't know if you remember this, I wrote a mini RDR or SNL type episode. And I don't even think they were good, and they were better than anything that was on this thing today.
Yeah.
They were better than anything that was on this thing today. It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was downright terrible. Okay. Now let's go to the bottom. Were the right two queens in the bottom? Now, we're not talking about the lip sync right now. Were the right two queens in the bottom? Should the bottom two queens have been Briar Blush and... Oh, I want to say one more thing about the top. This is really quick. If you're... RuPaul's Drag Race is very, very loosey-goosey about how they use this. But I think in this case, they would have made the argument that Juicy Love Dion's outfit elevated her to the win over Jane Doe. They're loosey-goosey about when they use the runway, when they don't, when they use the challenge, when they don't. They don't ever say how.
See, I have my own conspiracy theory about why she got picked.
Oh, the real reason was for story reasons, but I'm just saying what they would tell you. Okay.
I meant that she was in the Michelle Visage skit. They were either going to pick Mikey or they were going to pick her, but they wanted Michelle Visage's skit to get the most votes.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll talk about the lip sync separately. Were the right two queens in the bottom?
Yes.
Briar Blush. Oh yeah, that thing she did with Athena Love Dion.
It was not good.
It was bad.
And
it was straight up bad.
And then her weekend update, whatever you called it, was just not great.
No. And you know what really highlighted it too was in both sketches she had competent people. Because Athena, I'm not saying she was great, but she was competent in the host role.
Yeah.
She was competent. And then Jane Don't was good, and for the most part, Sierra Mist was competent as well. I think she was a little more extra than she had to be, but
she was okay.
But she was fine.
She was definitely safe. I'll tell you that. Briar Blush was not good at all, and which was shocking because I thought she was going to be good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like her attitude and the way that she carries herself and how she kind of like ribs everybody. I thought, oh, she's going to really do well in this, but she did not do well at all.
Yeah.
And Mandy Mango, I remember thinking in that sketch. I keep wanting to say sketch, but then I say skit, but then it comes out sket. So I'm just screwing up all over. In that sketch, Mandy Mango's character goes so quickly to sexual that I was like, wait, is Mandy Mango's character really Amish? Like, I was like secretly, and then she ripped open her boobies and I was like, oh, so she's not really Amish. Cause I was like, I don't know if an Amish woman would have, like rip open her blouse to show her tatas and just start churning butter with the stick that quickly. So,
in the world of drag queen humor, that is a go-to cheap thing, is that everything always turns to sex. I'm surprised that actually Mandy and Darlene's characters didn't start making out.
They probably would have. If this was if this was improvised, they probably would have started making out. Yeah,
they always end up making out or, just going ham on just the sex stuff.
But,
and so, like, can you imagine a world at SNL where the woman rips out her chi-chis and starts moving the churning the butter with her chi-chis?
This season? Yes.
I have not watched SNL in years.
To be honest with you, I've watched one episode, and I didn't like it. I keep meaning to watch more, but so I shouldn't be too judgy. But
this guest host, how is she? Is she a good SNL cast member?
Who? Oh, Sarah Sherman.
Yeah.
I like her. She's one of those people who she's like a Kyle Mooney, where I like Kyle Mooney. She's very good in her lane, and she's got kind of like her own thing. And so I think they really picked her well because she's like her own character. She's like a character in and of herself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like her. She has a special, I think, that's out on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but
yeah.
But no, to be honest with you, Mandy Mango, her hours, her minutes were numbered.
It was like Final Destination.
Yeah, she was. Yes, exactly. She was gonna die no matter what. Something was gonna happen to her, and she was gonna, So, God love her. She's cute as a button. I do like her. I think she's very sweet, but yeah, she just is not.
I think it's one of these things where, like, I hate saying this, but Didi Fuego, even though she was eliminated first, came out better because Didi Fuego had one bad episode. She lip synced in Mandy Mango. She went home. Every fucking week for 3 episodes, Mandy Mango was in the bottom 2.
Yes.
And first week got saved because there was no elimination that week.
Yes.
Last week she won the lip sync, and then this week she went home.
Honestly, the lip sync wasn't even that good. Like
no. Wait, no.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. So hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to do this thing where we have like a separate, already tidy TikTok segment ready to go.
Okay.
So why don't we do? Okay, we're gonna do, everyone. You're gonna peek behind the TikTok curtain here. All right, Lauri, let's talk about this lip sync. It was Mandy Mango versus Briar Blush. What did you think of this lip sync?
I mean, look, going into this, which I think I've said multiple times now, Briar Blush just had to not shit the bed, and she would be going, she would win. And that's exactly what happened. She barely made it. And there was even one time where they show her and she doesn't even know the words. She's not even doing a good lip sync.
I'll be honest with you. I think an argument could be made that Mandy Mango won that lip sync.
I mean, Mandy Mango's good at lip sync, right?
Yeah, but she is.
I'm telling you, she had her with her track record, and
she was eliminated because of her track. They want to get rid of her.
But that's what I'm saying. All Briar Blush had to do was just not do the worst job ever, and she did that. She did an okay job. She did barely an okay job.
Yeah.
And so that saved her. Honestly, I think if she had bent down and used her butt cheeks to lip sync, she would have been fine. It didn't matter at this point, it almost didn't matter what she did. Also, is this like a new trend, or is this a new thing where people just start taking stuff off to lip sync?
Well, I think they had to take their stuff off so they could move.
Oh, okay. But that's a thing that people do, is they take their stuff off so they can move around and stuff. Oh, all right. Okay. I just didn't. It kind of was annoying, but I was like, am I just annoyed because this is the thing I'm having issues with, or is this like an actual thing that happens in the show? So I just want to make sure.
So, look, here's the thing. I will give Mandy Mango this. I was anticipating at least one death drop. No death drops. She did, no shablams, no whatever.
She did kind of a death drop. She did kind of a death drop. Yeah.
I want to say something. Someone was in the comments last week saying, like, it's not called death drops anymore. Please go back and watch the episode, as one of the judges, I can't remember which one, multiple times called them death drops. Okay.
But why is that an issue that it's not called death drops?
Because Drag Race fans find every reason to be upset about something. Okay?
Okay.
I know that there is some sort of, it belongs to the black drag trans community sort of ball scene kind of thing.
The death drop?
The move.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And that you know what? I'm cutting this out of the TikTok thing anyway. So what I'll say is the ballroom scene people are very sensitive people, and they get very offended by everything. Now, I do understand that they have rights, that they feel that their community and their culture has been cherry picked by the bigger community at large. But that said, they do gatekeep in a very big way that it's like both people can be wrong. The way that the ballroom community like gatekeeps, and the way that people cherry pick from it, they're both bad. So anyway, I don't know. It's just everyone knows that the Drag Race fandom is a very toxic fandom, and so people just get mad about everything. This is not going to go on TikTok. It's going to be chopped up very roughly. But anyway, so I was so Mandy Mango, I was impressed. She didn't do any death drops. Okay, but I will say her lip sync wasn't as good as last week's, but it was still like on par. I feel like they had to put in a confessional of Athena saying that Mandy's lip sync was like kind of making it seem it wasn't that good. But I was like, you guys were living for it a week ago. So it shows you how they really use the edit to their advantage.
I mean, she's got great energy. She's got great energy in lip sync. She puts her heart and soul into it. I could definitely see her if this was like one of those episodes where you just lip sync for, continuously. I could see her going pretty far with that. So
let me say this then. Let me ask you this question. So now that we said this, did the right queen go home? You see, people might think I'm going to say no based on what I said, but I'm actually going to say yes. But did the right queen go home? Lauri?
Yes. I mean, Look, like I said, Briar Blush did not do a good job this episode, but Mandy Mango also did not do a good job this episode. No. And Mandy Mango has not been doing a good job every episode. Right. And so with that, yes, she had to go. I mean, honestly, like, this is going to sound, I mean, she was a deer, so this is going to sound dark, but it's like, when you injure a deer, the most humane thing to do is just shoot it in the head. And that's what they need to do. They need to just shoot her in the head and just be like, okay, you need to stop, because if she kept going on, she would just get worse and worse and worse.
I think Lauri just wants me not to have a TikTok clip. I think, Lauri, what you're going to say in the TikTok clip is the most humane thing to do is to put her out of her misery.
Okay. All right. You want me to say it again?
Yeah, say it again.
All right. Oh. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you were putting your hand up for me to wait.
No.
This may sound inhumane, but she was a deer. And when a deer gets severely injured, and is just sort of laying there and it's in a lot of pain, the most humane thing to do is to put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
By shooting it in the head. Okay.
Okay. All right. On that note, why don't we do this? Why don't we discuss our big takeaways? Did you have a big takeaway from this episode, Lauri?
Yeah, I was surprised at how nervous a lot of the queens, like queens that I didn't think, like Vita Von T Star, I didn't think she was going to be. She was nervous.
Yeah.
Kenya Pleaser was nervous. Like, here's what this makes me nervous for is Snatch Game.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, these are all queens that I thought were going to go out there and kill it. I mean, Kenya Pleaser in the beginning of this episode says, I'm going to take a scene-stealing character and just run with it. And I was like, great. That's your personality. Do it. She did not run with it. She lightly walked.
I think you're showing someone who's savvy at the game and someone who's not. Kenya Pleaser 2 weeks in a row has said, this is the challenge for me. Last week, she was like, I'm a singer. I sing at a church. I've got this. And then for the most part was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This week, she was like, this is me. I'm the scene stealer. I got this. And stole nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually gave things back.
Yeah. She made donations.
Yeah.
And where on the other hand, this juicy Love Dion was like, I'm horrible at acting. I'm horrible at comedy. I'm nervous. And then set very low expectations and then exceeded those expectations.
Yeah.
Was that intentional? Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, whether it was intentional or not, I don't think she did. If you put Juicy Love's character with Kenya Pleaser, I don't think they're that much different. You know, like
Really?
as far as like humor goes. I don't think they're...
I thought Juicy Love Dion was a very good actress. I was very surprised.
No, I didn't think she was. Look, I didn't think Mikey Meeks was good either. Honestly, the guy who walked in was better than both of them. So,
okay. Is that your big takeaway?
yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed. I mean,
Yeah.
I was so excited to see Kenya Pleaser just take off and Vita Von Star take off. And even Athena Dion, I felt like, you know, she's the host of Florida. She's the host champion of Florida. It's like, what, do they not have a lot of shows in Florida? Like, it just seemed very, you know, just sort of, and we're so excited to see you. Oh no, this is my, you know, whatever Briar Blush was. This is my, you know, awkwardness coming to bite me in the ass or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Briar Blush was not good, and that was really
Honestly,
really
the
bad.
funniest part about that character was her "I'm a stupid" T-shirt,
which you probably just gave her. My big takeaway was, and you know, Robert's probably going to make the same point on Burlesque thoughts, is they need to retire this challenge. These queens don't have the skill set to do this. 1, 2, they actually make it harder, I feel, than what SNL cast members have to go through. And they're professionals at this. In that SNL, they have, you know, a week where that's all they're focusing on is their sketches if it's chosen. You know?
Yeah.
And they have rehearsals, they have cue cards, they have an entire team there to help them. And even now, if you see SNL, it's not great, you know? And so I think they should retire this challenge because there's no way with their skill set, they could exceed what SNL does or even match it, 1. And 2, the judges, for the most part, unless they bring in someone like Sarah Sherman, can't judge this.
No.
What the fuck do I care when Michelle and Visage and RuPaul, I will say, whatever the other judge's name, I can't remember her name right now.
Oh God, what was her name?
I don't know what her name is. And you know what? She's such an awful human being that I'm glad I don't know her name. TC Tahoe or something
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
right?
T.S. Eliot.
No, T.S. Madison.
T.S. Madison. That's right. T.S. Eliot.
T.S. Eliot, the poet. The guy that wrote Cats. Okay. So, but RuPaul, she didn't really weigh in on the sketches, but RuPaul and Michelle did. I'm like, you guys are the worst. You're the unfunniest people that ever lived.
But I will say this, if you take, okay, so if we're living in RuPaul's world, right?
Yeah.
And RDR Live is sort of like RuPaul's, you know, homage to Saturday Night Live. That's like what she wants Saturday Night Live to be. Like, fine, those are her sketches. That's what she finds funny. That's what her judges find funny. She gave them notes based off what she finds funny. But it's like, then have somebody work with them. And
or,
like
go
over, or like have like Michelle Visage last episode, you know, talk them through singing and did all this stuff. Why can't they just have like one scene where they're doing a rehearsal? Somebody gives them notes.
Also, Drag Race is not a union show. Okay.
Yeah,
it's not a union show. Go to fucking UCB or the Groundlings and go to some of the gay people there. Sorry, everyone, I'm sick. And be like, oh, we'll throw you a few bucks. Can you write some sketches?
Yeah. And just like, try and make them, related to RuPaul Drag Race. I guarantee you get somebody who could write better sketches.
Who's that? They can't hire Drew Droege? They can't hire Mitch, whatever his name is?
Drew Droege would kill it.
Yeah. What's Mitch's name again?
I don't know. Mitch.
Mitch. The one that did David Blaine. He played David Blaine.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Oh, okay. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Get those. I mean, even not those guys who are kind of iconic in Groundlings world. Get lower people. People who are in the writing classes or something. Like anybody could write better sketches than this.
Yeah. And they probably would do it for free. You could do you could do a seminar where people would pay to go write sketches for RDR Live.
Yeah, and they could just put like for little to nothing, just put like who wrote the sketch.
Yeah, and
people they can use on their
and they would love
credit.
it.
Yeah, they'd be so excited.
Can I talk about something different just to circle back? Because when you said something that reminded me of something I thought of in the beginning.
Sure.
When you were saying that Juicy Love Dion said that she doesn't act, I just remember thinking, so you don't act and you don't sew. Mm-hmm. Why did you? What
I have that in my notes.
What did you?
I had that in my notes. I was going to say something
be?
Right now, but I'm like, I can't do the whole recap right now.
Yeah, but I had to say it because I was just like, okay, lady, like what the hell?
Yeah. Okay, Lauri. Any other big thoughts? Any other big takeaways? Not really much to say. Like if we're summing this up, I think the right two people were in the top. I agree with the winner. I think the right two people were in the bottom? Meh, sure. And I think the right person went home. You don't agree with the top two. You don't agree with the winner. You agree with the bottom two, though.
I agree with the bottom two. I also don't, you had mentioned before that like normally with comedy stuff, I like to dissect it. The problem with these sketches was it seemed like it was a thought that just got written out for 2 or 3 minutes. And so there's nothing really to break down because, it just literally just seemed like, somebody was like, well, it was like a butter churn, but they do it sexually.
It was literally if the junior high class was going to write SNL sketches. Like,
yes.
When would you ever see an SNL, a lesbian lipstick and 2 lipsticks come in?
But that was so weird because it was like, the way that, who was the person who set that up? Who was the one who was the host who did that? Who was the drag queen? Because I was like, was that Athena?
What?
The drag queen that was
it was Athena.
Okay. All right. I was like, I thought maybe it was somebody else, but I was like,
and then that didn't make any sense. That it was like part of like an old Hollywood movie or something.
Yeah. Well,
it was really weird.
They do old Hollywood movie stuff on Saturday Night Live.
They do, but it's never about lipsticks.
But the way they set it up was that, you thought, okay, this is going to be like either very subtle, like, lesbianic, intention where, because they were saying it's old movies, or it's going to be like super overt, and weird.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it was just, they had lipsticks on their head.
It was really,
so
really
it was
bad.
neither. It was neither.
It was really bad.
And then Vita Von T-Star was playing a butch lesbian, but decided to play it like a man. So it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay, well.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I'm scared now for Snatch Game. That's honestly, that's my big takeaway is I'm nervous for Snatch Game. So.
I think you're going to see a lot of bad Snatch Game character choices. Going to be, again, TikTok users and people that no one knows, or it's going to be bad.
Yeah, it's going to be that. Remember that season where I always forget her name. But remember that season where everyone was so bad that I think she did it was like Lil Jon or something.
Yeah.
And she like
Deja Skye.
Yeah, Deja Skye acted like she was a comedy genius because she won. It was just like, no, you just didn't do as bad as everybody else. That's going to be essentially what happens, for this one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our big takeaway for the week. Again, just to reiterate, if you're looking for the full moment-by-moment Drag Race recap, that lives on Patreon and Apple Podcasts all season long. So that's going to do it for this week's episode of The Big Takeaway. Be sure to join us next week and every week as Lauri and I continue to give our immediate reactions, our gut takes, our first response to the latest episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18. So for Lauri K. Roggenkamp and myself,
sashay away until next week.
Thank you for listening to RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Have something to say? Email us at dragracerecap@afterthought.media. You can also leave us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/afterthoughtmedia. For more Drag Race and LGBTQ content, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia or on the app. Very special thanks to these expensive tier Patreon supporters: Polly Ann Marie, Ram Crackers, Mike Yeager, Efren Barboza, Bilskit Pony, Scott Dreyer, Travis Newland, Tom Bombs, Mary Shine, Lucy Carrasco, Astute Girl, Dave, Runner Brandon, Humble Pie, E. Smith, JTP, Nikki Pettit, Doofus Maximus, Kathy Zender, Nikki Baker, Peter, Derek Byers, Coco San Pedro, Poppy Woods, Lauren Eckert, Brad Coley, Katie Whitmire, AJ Norris, and Sarah Yu. Drag Race Recap is an Afterthought Media podcast.